Go ahead.
I want to share something. That is, I have graduated from Brack University LLB in 2023. So in 2023, I had completed my convocation. And after that, I had to wait for my one of the licensing exam. So I didn't opt to go to abroad, and I stayed in Bangladesh. And in 2024, I got a scholarship from sales, and then I completed my master's. And in 2025, finally, the call for the exam came, and I sat for the exam, and alhamdulillah, I have passed it. I'm bragging about my achievement a little bit, ma'am, because you're sitting there. When I saw your picture in the, where in the internet, I couldn't meet Abed sir when I was studying in Brack. So when I saw you, I was like, I want to meet you, and I would see you up front. And thankfully, I can see you up front and share my story. So in this process, I want to share that my friends who were with me in Brack, most of them are married right now. So when I see them, I think they have great potential, and they the length of a career, like in a law field, from Brack, I see the length. Actually, you have to be, as a woman, as a lady, we have to be very patient, because I have a lot of friends who are gold medalists, who are really great students, but maybe due to they got married. So because there was pressure, time was running out, and the exams weren't taking place on time. So one of the things is, I would say, because as women, the timeline is very important. So I just hope that the coming government takes all the exams on time, so that we can give our exam and plan further studies. So now I'm doing my application for my international studies, and I want to thank my teachers. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, they're helping me.
Thank you.
Another, just small thing. I want to share anything to Zaima ma'am. That is, she is working with the cyberbullying thing. So I'm also a women's rights activist, but due to my studies, I can't give much time on that. So on that phase, I want to say that when a grown woman is harassed, for example, who is politically affiliated or who is a very big public figure, what happens is they can ignore it because they have come to a place where they can ignore it. They have work and everything. But when it comes to school-going girl who is in class 9, 10, or a teenager, when she is bullied online, she might not be able to ignore it, and she might not have the mental strength to ignore such a bully on the internet. So I hope that young girls can get the opportunity to feel safe and have the mental strength to tackle all kinds of cyberbullying. This can be their classmates, this can be a girl as well who is against the teenage girl, so that can happen. So I wanted to share this. Thank you, this platform, and I want to share with Zaima ma'am, because you're working with it. So I want to share that perspective of my thing. And I just have one request. That is, I want to take a picture with you. Just don't.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Barrister Zaima Rahman. Would you like to say something about this?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for your lovely comments and questions. Sorry, what was your name? Okay, yes, don't worry. I think there's two aspects to what you said. The first one, it definitely touches on two things, I think, from what I understand. That the world, whether it's education, whether it's professional life, or climate change issues, anything, safety, security in terms of transport, it's designed for men to be safe, to succeed. It's not really designed for women. Women have to fit in somehow. And so the buses, the roads, maybe they're not the safest for us. Accommodation, climate change, policies, disaster planning isn't taken into mind. Exam season, it's not taken into mind. And of course, we live in a society with certain cultural norms and practices. And policies can only go so far if they clash too much with what families and communities really want. Laws will move faster than culture does. So you have to take that into consideration when we create policies and implement them. So, for example, my grandmother's policy about food for education, cash for education, it understood what the barrier was for a lot of girls going to school. And so when it was able to meet that sort of sweet point about, where culture is a barrier and where incentive can work, more girls were able to go into education. So I think when we think about adjusting maybe more flexible working, flexible entry points into work, because I believe, Rupalayant, you said something about women leaving careers at very crucial points where they might reach that promotion because of family obligations, because of childcare, and so on and so forth. So flexible entry points are probably needed. Sure, we have maternity care, but maybe that has to be expanded nationally by statute and by, I'm sure, private enterprises as well. Daycare centers, definitely. That's something I believe my dad is very keen on. He was very hands-on with me as well, as I mentioned. So he understands how difficult it can be to manage childcare. So if that's more accessible for people, say, working in the garment factories, it's 60 to 65% women right now. That makes it quite difficult. So again, I think there needs to be a little bit of a redesign. The pen is mightier than the sword, so we can use it to redesign certain things to help women succeed more in society. In terms of cyberbullying, yes, as I mentioned, in Bangladesh, around 78.8% of women face harassment of some sort online. They have faced, especially from Facebook. So this is a lived reality. There are not enough, definitely legal protections. There are not enough sort of protections in terms of reporting systems and such. That definitely needs to be done. Digital literacy, definitely something that I believe you touched on as well. Aside from financial digital literacy, in terms of how to keep you safe as well, how to report, working with online platforms, definitely that's something we need to strengthen. Maybe that's something Kosudada can touch on as well. A lot of things need to be done. Again, keeping in mind that the world is not just for men to succeed, it's for women. So we have to put ourselves forward. So thank you for that question. I really think there are small things we can do. Sorry, just to touch on another thing, I think, I believe all of you probably mentioned in some way or the other that we have a lot of policies, we have a lot of laws. I believe there were other comments as well, but it's not integrated. They're sort of in silos. And so when you're trying to find something, even I'm sure you experience this as a law student. I've also experienced it in the UK. And we have a lot of things back from British colonial times. So we were trying to figure out something. It goes back and it contradicts each other, and then they actually become a bit of a binding, really. There's no smooth process. There's no sort of integrated ecosystem, really, for finances, for upskilling, for sort of labor welfare. So I think there are a lot of things, there's simple things we can do, safer transport, for example, better accommodation. So yes, little things in terms of redesign, but inshallah, that should be.